So great to meet you. I watched you guys' panel at New York Comic Con, and I was
Oh,
missed my flight because I was so obsessed with the show. So I'm already happy to be
oh,
back for season two.
thank you so much.
I hope we get season three, four, five, six, and so on.
Oh,
Now,
me too.
no, you're welcome. Now, the relationship between Alex and John is one of the most important ones in this show. And I was just amazed at like the brotherly love and everything you guys kind of deal with in that show. I just want to know what was behind you guys like creating that bond.
I think when you see that kind of bond on television, you see how people are connected. I think it starts with the characters, and I think that Ben Watkins really created these two characters, or fleshed out these two characters for the TV show or TV adaptation of James Patterson's books that have they have flaws, they have these weaknesses, and they really are able to help each other through these weak moments and build each other up. So that I think that having each other's back, that really kind of defines the relationship.
Touching
Right.
back on the flaws, so the characters do go through, mistakes, they learn from it, and it brings them together. Have you ever had an experience like that in your own life, and then what did it teach you?
Oh, sure. I think every time, as an actor, there's certain jobs you really, really want or whatever. So, you try real hard, and if you don't get it, you're crushed or whatever it is. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to go try out, audition for the next job. So I think it's just having the perspective to know that sometimes when things don't work out, it might be for the best. It might be for that you're not getting that job because you were meant for something else.
I completely agree. Now, taking the storyline out of it, if you were all in a murder mystery room together, who is most likely to be the killer?
Everyone in the cast,
Mhm.
Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray's, yeah, watch your back.
I love that.
Bobby Trey will come get you. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can see
He's
that now,
five
but
steps ahead of you.
I
Just
mean the
know.
person who it is, like I can't unsee that person, but I can see where you're coming from too.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
So my
Definitely.
final question. I love this show. I mean, I don't want to be biased, but I mean, I love the Morgan Freeman one, but I feel like this is the show that like is going to be the Alex Cross show. I'm really obsessed with it. But what has this show taught you, like personally?
Uh, I think the show honestly has taught me patience. Just to kind of let the process happen. Don't rush things. Don't try to crowbar things in. Just take it as it comes. And whatever that natural response to the issue is, that's probably the best response.
Okay, thank you. I actually have one more
Yeah.
unrelated to Cross. If even though it's been told that there will not be an It Chapter 3, would you be down to return to that?
Always, always. I think Mike Hamlin is an amazing character, and I love working with both Barbara and Andy Muschietti. So yes,
Thank you. I had to nerd out right there. Thank you
no
so much.
worries. It's all
Wonderful
good.
meeting you. Hopefully see you tonight.
Oh, I definitely. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye. First of all, I really want to get into the conversation you guys had on stage at New York Comic Con. Like, it was so powerful, and you really did it for the women. And I just love to see your bond on stage and everything that you were saying. I was not gonna lie, I got a little emotional, and it's
Oh, sweet.
that's so sweet. So I kind of want to tap into that. This show, the men really hold their own, but the women hold it too. And I feel like these women are in these positions where in other shows, they kind of might be like on the side or not like pivotal roles, but you guys are. So what did you each want to bring to your character to kind of like make them those badass women?
Okay. I mean, the writing,
We talk about the pillars because I really like the way you put them.
yeah, I mean, it's really beautiful because Ben Watkins, our showrunner and creator, and his writing room has cultivated nature around us as women. We become these pillars for Cross, which we talked about in another interview recently, and it's upholding the center, which is Alex Cross and who we know him to be, who he could be, who he continues to be, and setting that bar for him that we know he can rise to.
Now, how did you all create the bond that we see on screen? Like, what kind of happened like behind the scenes? Because it's like you're all a family. Like, if I hadn't seen the show and then met you, I'd be like, are you all like always together? Like, what is going on?
Can I actually,
You
because
take it.
no, because I want you to chime in after this because you also talk about this as well. We talk about the table reads, and I just want people to know because audiences don't know that this is something that is sort of an old an old nature of the business, and it's not actually something that happens on the regular anymore. It used to
Yeah.
happen all the time. We would come in, we would do table reads, we'd meet each other, we'd hear each other's voices, we could witness each other's body movements and energy in the room. That is not necessarily what is precedent. And so the
Yeah,
fact
it's
that
true.
Ben made sure that
We had
we
table
would
reads.
always get together and read the episodes, hear each other, approach this work together when we are a lot of the storylines we don't cross. I would never see Alona otherwise. And so it really helped us build this beautiful family, and
Yeah.
because we got to witness each other in the flesh before setting eyes freshly on camera.
And you also have to understand we spend hours upon hours together on set, right? And it is important to have a communication between us. And I feel like everybody came into this show with a lot of appreciation for A, being employed, and B, being employed by such good people in such a dealing with an existing subject matter that has such a following. So we also had a sense of responsibility. And I think also luck, to be honest. We're very lucky to be with people who are sweet, sweet, kind people. That's also a luck of the draw,
Well,
unfortunately.
I would say we're lucky because what I saw on screen was this is my favorite cross. I mean, I love Morgan Freeman's version and Tyler Perry, but this is my favorite one. I'm gonna quickly, I think I have one more. Now, putting the storyline aside, if you were all in a room together, who do you think would be the killer?
The dog. We don't have a dog.
We don't
Damn
have a
it.
dog. If we were all in the room together, this is season 1, who would be the killer?
But this is hard because we know who the killer is.
Exactly. Do you see what she did there?
I know. You're not gonna get me to tell you all these things. I'm
you're
not gonna do
so
it.
It doesn't
smart.
have to be that killer though, like it could be anyone. If you didn't know that was the killer.
I'm gonna say Samantha because she'd be killing it. She's killing it, but not the way you intended. So I'm just gonna, yeah.
I would say Eloise,
Oh yeah, because she also
Okay.
because she also killing it.
I mean, yeah, I definitely see that after that one episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have to wrap, but I could be here all day. Thank you both so much. And
Thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
coming, but I hope there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because this really is my favorite.
Hey, thank
From
you.
I
your
almost
mouth
missed my flight
to
to
the
Comic Con
goddess's
because of it,
ears.
so. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Without like getting into spoilers, your character kind of goes through it. And I have to ask you, like, if you were in that situation, which hopefully we never are, what would you do?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I mean, I think that I would do exactly what Shannon tried to do, which is to cling to her humanity through it, and to tap into reserves that I think even she didn't know that she had. Her strength, her fortitude, and just try to you just try to survive. What I love about this show is that it is really an expression of humanity, and across the board I hope that all of us reflect the human experience, from the light and laughter of so much of Cross's family to some of the darker twists and turns of what Ryan and I have to do.
If you were all in the room together, who would you pick as the killer?
Oh, gosh. Maybe Alona, who plays Kayla.
I can see that.
Right. I mean, Ryan's also pretty right. My radar goes off like hard with Ramsey. Like there's a lot of red flags there. He's just too good to be true.
Yeah, that was my other question. Like, what for you is the most terrifying about this killer, and why do you think it makes him more, I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for is, but more dangerous, I guess, as some other killers, your stereotypical killer, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what's so great about the Alex Cross book series by James Patterson is that all of the killers have these sort of twists to them that really make them stand out. And although our series is not based on one of the books, it's a fresh, brand new story. Ed Ramsey is, he's complicated, and I think that makes him even scarier. The fact that he's so charming, I think is terrifying, and I think that's also very common with serial killers. but you know that Shannon is sort of taken with him from the beginning, I think is all of our worst fears.
And then what was your reaction when you read the script? Because the killer in this, like his motive, and I'm getting all Criminal Minds here, but like his whole plan is just insane to me and it's so unique. And I was just like really amazed by what I saw on the screen. And I watch a
Yeah.
lot of crime documentaries.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that it was shocking. I mean, I was shocked. I love the sort of twists and turns of figuring out a cat and mouse puzzle. And so this story fits right into that world where there were so many endings of episodes that I honestly was just flabbergasted when I read them. So I hope that audiences will be too when they see it on screen.
I love that. So my last question is, I'll probably post this after this episode comes out, but I felt betrayed when, your character and the killer, that whole thing happened. So has there ever been a moment where you have put your trust in somebody and the outcome was like not the best? And what did you learn from that?
Oh, I mean, of course. I think that's what it is to be human, is to extend trust over and over and sometimes feel let down by that. I guess my takeaway is always, you try to outsmart it, but at the end of the day, it's what it is to be alive, is to continue to trust, to continue to try, even when you know that you might fail.
Thank you so much. It was so cool meeting you. By the way, I love all your other movies too.
Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. It's really nice to meet you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a great day.